Good evening again, everyone. My name is James Oluwale, and I am excited to have every one of us to join me today at the James Oluwale Leadership Masterclass. Today being the 30th day of November. Wow, what a year! It has been a year of inspiration, a year of great challenge, a year of tough moments, but a year of excitement, a year of learning, and a year of impact. For me personally, for the James Oluwale Leadership, for you, my subscribers and my viewers, and the community that we have in the James Oluwale Leadership. You all have been part of this journey. We started maintaining the consistency and the resilience from the beginning of the year, and today is the final section for the 2025 Leadership Masterclass. I strongly believe that I have been able, and through this platform and other platforms that we have, we've been able to provide you the needed value. We've been able to provide you the impact. And it's amazing to see and to understand the level of testimonials we have received from different people in Ghana, in Nigeria, in South Africa, from UK, from Eswatini, from different environment, in Maputo, in Mozambique. You know, I can tell you with every honesty that I felt deeply humbled, you know, to see the level of impact we are making across ages, across the career individuals and entrepreneurs. And that tells you that this is not an individual vision, but this is a dream. This is a goal that we are all into. And I'm encouraging everyone also to be part of us in 2026. I can tell it's going to be bigger, better, and more impactful. And today, being the final day of our teaching for the year, I have this interesting topic. Even as we're looking at wrapping up the year 2025, I felt the need to start this topic to prepare us as we step into the year 2026. The reality is that the year 2026 is going to be one of the best years. The year 2026 is going to be some of the effort you and I have put in the past year and also in 2025. The results are going to be yielded in 2026. And it is on this reason I have this special topic just for you. And the topic is building momentum for a purposeful year 2026. Building momentum for a purposeful year 2026. And in this section, we're going to have a better assessment of what we have done in 2025. Where do we need to align and where do we need to advance? And by a way of introduction, I said every new year, it represents new hope, new ideas, and new plan, either for government, either for families, either for organizations, either for business owners or individuals. The new year represents new hope. It represents new ideas. And I know many of us, we already have great prospect for the year 2026. There are a lot of anticipations and anxieties, and there are a lot of plans that we are looking into, either for our own personal growth, either for our family, either for our career, either for the organizations we work with, either in your business. Either you want to scale and grow your business. There are a lot of prospects, or you want to double down into your business activities. A lot has been put in place. You're currently working towards it as you're wrapping the year 2025 for the year 2026. And please understand that the new year is more than a calendar change. It is more than a calendar change. It is an invitation to evolve. It is an invitation for you to work and to put effort into practice. And many people, we dream on a better year. Many people will want to have the better year, but the reality is that very few people build the right momentum that is required to sustain the dream. That's the difference. Many of us, when the year began, they have big dreams. You ask them questions, they tell you, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But the reality is very few people build the momentum. The momentum to achieve the year or to bring those goals into reality is very few. And that's the reality. Now, the question I have for you is that what momentum are you building for you to achieve a purposeful year 2026? Now you understand why this section and this topic is very interesting for you. And I would like you to follow through. Even as we'll engage in this, I can assure you it's going to be transformational. It's going to be impactful. And I'm going to encourage you that you are not just listening to this, but you're also sharing with your friends. You're also subscribing to my YouTube channel, because there is so much that we are going to be working and building on for the year 2026. And please, I want you to understand that by way of definition, momentum is the invisible force that turns small actions into unstoppable progress. That's what momentum is. It is an invisible force that turns small actions into unstoppable progress. To build momentum is to create a force of forward motion through consistent small actions that lead to larger success over time. It is the process of starting with small wins to generate positive energy and motivation, which then grows into self-sustaining cycle of progress that becomes faster and more powerful. That is what momentum is. It is a force. It gives you the energy. It helps you to start and build on the needed resilience. You build on the necessary tools and actions that are required towards achieving your goals for the year. And please, I need you to understand that you must have a strong foundation to build momentum and to stay focused, to stay consistent, and to stay resilient to your dream. You need to have a very strong foundation. Are you already working on your foundations? And for the year 2026, are you already thinking in the areas of your business, in the areas of your finance, in the areas of your career? What are the foundations you're already putting together? What are the plans? What are the goals? What are the ambitions? Yes, you may have them in your mind. Do you have them written down? It's very, very important for you to think about this so that your dream does not just become a wish list, but your dream becomes a reality. Another opportunity is offered to you, and this is the opportunity to assess your performance for the current year, which is the year 2025, and for you to plan effectively towards the new year. Please, I also want you to understand that the difference between winning and losing is momentum. The difference between winning and losing, my friend, is momentum. Momentum is the reason many people lose in achieving their goals for the year. Why? Because they lack the agility, they lack the ability to have an early planning. They do not have clarity in their goals. They do not have a compelling purpose. They do not have the ability to stay consistent towards execution of their goals. Many people lack discipline. And for you to achieve a successful year, you need all of these values. You need clarity in your goals. You need a compelling purpose. You need to stay consistent, and you need to build discipline. And please, I also want you to know that as we are in this masterclass, I would like you to have a clear plan. I will have you to put in and get ready to have your pen and paper ready, because I am going to be asking you some questions so that you can be noting them. And if you're listening to me via the recorded section, I would also encourage you to do this. Why? Because you and I need to have a focus and plan towards the year 2026 if we really want to achieve the best of the year 2026. So I have the following question for you. Even as you focus on your 2026 plans, what plan do you have around your financial growth, your savings, and your investment for the year 2026? Do you have a plan? What is your plan? What is your plan on your investment? What is your plan on your savings? What are your plans to grow your financial capacity? To even grow your earning capacity? Do you have a plan? What are you doing today, or what are you anticipating to do in the year 2026 so that you can increase your income, either in your career or your business? What is your plan to scale your business or to double down your effort or in your market niche? What are your plans to scale down the business? What are the plans to scale up your business, or you double down your effort? What are your plans? What are you doing? You need to have those plans in place. Another question I have for you is, what is your plan to make an impact in other people's life? Do you even have a plan to impact people, to be a contributor to people's life? What are your plans, even in your business, towards meeting your stakeholders' needs and even your beneficiaries' needs? What are your plans for the year 2026? What are your plans to grow yourself through consistent learning and personal development? What are your plans for 2026? Do you even have a budget for your personal growth for the year 2026? Many people are planning the Christmas now. They are planning the clothes they are going to buy, the shoes they are going to wear, the places, the vacations they are going to go, but zero plan for 2026. Zero plan. What is your plan? What is your budget for your personal growth for the year 2026? What are your plans in year 2026 to develop new relationships, to develop partnerships, to develop a collaboration in order for you to open up other opportunities and also consolidate in existing relationship? What are your plans? Because you and I, we need to develop this plan. Now, assuming that you have the plan, let's assume that all that I have shared, you already have that, and it is well documented. Then, please, you need to understand that you need momentum to achieve this set plan. You need momentum, because just having the plan is one step. The other steps is now, what do you need to do to execute the plan? And momentum is critical. Momentum allows you to be sustainable. Momentum makes you to do better and keep improving. As my revered mentor John Maxwell would always say, momentum is a leader's best friend. It magnifies everything you do right, and it minimizes what you do wrong. With momentum, it takes less energy to solve problems. That is what momentum means. Momentum is a leader's best friend, according to John Maxwell. And that is in the law, in the 21 laws of leadership, the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. I think the law number 16. It talks about the law of the big momentum. Momentum is a leader's best friend. It magnifies everything you do right, and it minimizes what you do wrong. With momentum, it takes less energy to solve problems. Momentum multiplies your result. It turns average individuals into exceptional performance and transforms organization from survivor to significance. That is what momentum does. Momentum multiplies your result. It turns an average individual into an exceptional performance, and it helps an organization to move from survivor to significance. And you need to build momentum for the year 2026. So therefore, to build momentum for the year 2026, you must first assess your performance for the year 2025. You cannot start building a momentum for the next year when you don't even know what you have achieved and performed for the current year. What are your performance for the year 2025? And then you need to align your performance for the year 2025 with your 2026 goals. And then you finally advance it towards accomplishment. So therefore, I would like us at this section to look at, why do you need to assess your 2025 result? We need to look at what is our performance for the year 2025. What worked, what failed, and why. Do you know that? Can you do a retrospect of your year 2025 performance in terms of your goals, in terms of your visions, in terms of your mission, either for your own personal life, either in your organization, either in your business, in your family, in your community, in your church? have you done an assessment and a review? And if you have not, you have an opportunity now to do that. I will encourage everyone, do a better assessment of your performance for year 2025, because it is important to have a reflection of the year 2025. And reflection is not about regret. When you reflect, when you review, it's not about regret. It is about understanding your patterns, what worked, what did not work, and why did it not work. So your ability to reflect helps you to know the pattern so that you can consolidate on your strength and you can avoid those, or you can walk around those areas that you need to improve upon for the subsequent year. When people do not evaluate their performance or activities within a period, they tend to repeat the same mistakes, intentionally or unintentionally. That's the risk. When you do not do a proper evaluation of your performance, there is a high likelihood and a high chance that you may repeat that same mistake. Now, this could be intentionally or even unintentionally. And I'm going to advise you that you conduct a deeper review and analysis of your 2025 before writing and focusing on your 2026 visions and goals. And if you fail to do this, please understand that you may lose an opportunity to learn from your current and past mistakes and errors or experiences, and you may repeat them again in the year 2026. If you fail, because one of the challenges we have is that people will listen to this and they will say, wow, this is powerful. But the challenge of implementation has always been the problem. Many people have big dreams. Many people have big plans. Many people will join your sections. They are going to say, wow, we celebrate you. You are so good. But their weakness is implementing this. So I'm encouraging you now that you have to walk around your 2025. What failed? What did you succeed? Where did you succeed? Why? Put it together so that you can use that to plan your 2026. So for you to do a better assessment of the year 2025, I have this framework which I found, on the internet, and it is the 3R reflection model. The 3R reflection model. The 3R reflection model, what it does is that it helps you to do a better assessment of what worked well in 2025, what failed, and why it failed. The 3R reflection model will help you to analyze the following. The first R talks about review. Looking back, you need to review by looking back at what happened in terms of your goals and your plan for the year 2026. You need to do a review. In your organization, in your business, in your ministry, do you have a review plan for the year? If you don't, please, everyone in ministry, I encourage you, do a proper review. Do a proper review in your business, no matter the level of your business. Do a review. Myself and my team, under the James Owen leadership, we did a review some few weeks ago with the team. We looked at what worked well, what did not work well, where do we need to consolidate, and the feedback was great. We kind of had so much of feedback. So I'm not just teaching, I'm telling you what I'm also doing, and I'm working and I'm making that effort with the team to build a better year 2026. So a better review would help you. And number 2 is that you need to reveal. Now, number 2 is that I'm not just reviewing, but reveal. But the second R is revealing, which is it uncovers the lessons and the insights that you have experienced in the pursuit of your goals for the year 2025. Then number 3 is refocus, which is deciding new directions and priorities that you want to have for the subsequent year. Now, let's look at the number 1 review. And in terms of your review, I have these following questions for you. And I want everyone to write this down. What are your 2 top wins that you achieve in 2025? Can you write that down? Now, I don't want you to give me the answer, but for those that are going to be part of the James Owen Leadership Elevation Growth Masterclass, these are some of the things we are going to work together with. That's why I'm going to tell you that you should not miss it. I would want to have your 2 top wins that you achieve in year 25? You may have several, but what is the most significant ones? For instance, for me in particular, I have some that I put here. Some of my top wins here is that, one, I was able to stay consistent with the James Oloye Leadership Masterclass with covering over 12 topics in different areas in the year 2025. We maintain that focus, that consistency. We cover topics on relationship. We cover topics on wealth masterclass. We cover topics on growth, personal growth and development. We cover topics on values, on characters. We cover topics on how you can scale yourself to the next level, how you can build resilience. And it's almost every month, bi-weekly, we were meeting. We were engaging through this masterclass. And for me, that was a top win. Because it's not just about the meeting, but the impact that the James Oloye Leadership has created. The number 2 top win for me was that I had the ability to attend 2 international programs and to build a strong network with the John Maxwell Leadership, which has earned me the certification as a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer. And I was also have the direct mentorship under my finance and investment coach, which is Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, the common sense guru himself. And under his mentorship, the Billionaires Conclave. These were some of the biggest wins for me in 2025. It consolidated every effort, because no matter how good you may be, there are platforms you need to leverage on for you to succeed. And I am super excited that I belong to this platform. These are platforms with core integrity, core values. These are platforms that they have maintained success over the last 20-25 years. My number 3 was an ability for myself and my family to repurpose our investment decision from one location to another due to underlying economic factors beyond I and my family controls. So it was a top win because we were able to quickly make an investment decision that we were planning at a particular location. We quickly switched. When we saw that the economic factor might not suit us, we changed the plan. And that was a top win for us. Our ability to make a quick decision in our investment, it helps, and it paid up, and it paid up very well. The number 4 for me is that I'm being able to start a public speaking engagement, and I was also staying consistent in building my personal development and growing. By the grace of God, this year I think I read over 30 books, and also the biggest of the goal for me this year was starting my strategic leadership master programs. That was a very big one for me. So these are my wins. So I'm encouraging you also. Give me 2 top wins that you achieve for the year 2025. Because it's important for you to assess that. Then I would also want you, in terms of your review, number 2, what failed or what disappointed you in the year 2025? What did fail? What disappointed you in the year, and why? For instance, for me, one of my biggest disappointments is the shutdown of the USAID funding by the Trump leadership, because it happened very quickly and it has a greater impact, not just on me, but in the organization I work with. And the impact was great, so it was one of the disappointments. So because sometimes we just need to be objective and be honest with ourselves. That what are the biggest disappointment that you have in 2025? Now, the reason you need to know all of these is that it helps you to plan effectively. That, okay, what if this happened the next time? What would you do? Then the number 3 is now refocus. Your refocus helps you to know that what lessons are you willing to carry forward. And for me, one of the lessons I'm willing to carry forward for 2026 is to strategize by offering more time and impact to serious-minded people that are willing to take action. As much as I have so much of people on my platform, one of the things I want to be more focused on is to work with serious-minded people that are willing to move to the next level. I want the impact to be visible. I want the impact to scale high. So for people that are very serious-minded, these are the people I want to focus myself on. And this is one of the reasons we are betting the Elevation Growth Masterclass which we are starting in January to June. It's a 6-month program, and we believe that this is going to create so much of impact to everyone. According to my revealed mentor again, John Maxwell, he says, experience is not the best teacher, but evaluated experience is. In fact, Dr. Olumide went further to say that people's experience is even your best teacher. So you leverage on people's experience. You don't need to go through the experience to learn from it, but leverage on other people's experience so that you can learn from it. And John Delwood also says, we do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting to experiencing. Now, why am I sharing all of this? Whatever you may have experienced in the year 2025, either from your own personal life, or from your organization, or from a colleague, or from a friend, what have you learned from those experiences so that you can consolidate on it in year 2026? Your inability to learn from those experiences and apply them in 2026 might in one way or the other affect you. So the task I have for you is that I want you to write, as I said, 2 to 3 areas that you have win in the year 2025 and identify what principles, what actions made you achieve the result. The top wins you have, the areas that you've succeeded, what did you do that helped you to achieve that? Please, I encourage you to do this, because your ability to write it down and know what you did will help you to focus in that and repeating that same success again. For instance, also, can you also write 2 areas that you feel that you failed or areas of setback and ask yourself, what did you miss? Where did you miss it? Is it in the area of lack of clarity? Is it in the area of lack of skills? Is it in the areas of lack of accountability or even experience? Why did you fail? You need to ask these questions because it is very important. And please understand that your ability to ask the right questions would help you in analyzing your performance for 2025 so that you can consolidate on 2026. And as we go to the next subtopic, which I'm looking here, which is your 2026 vision and goals. How do you build a clear, compelling, and aligned goals for the year 2026? And I have a question here. I said the question is, do you even have a clear vision and goals that you are pursuing for the year 2026? Do you have a clear goals and vision? Now we have looked at a reflection, a review, a reveal, and a refocus for 2025. But do you now have a clear goals for your year 2026? Many are just living daily with no plan for their tomorrow. If the year 2026 will be the best year for us, many don't care. Many do not have a plan, no clarity, no vision, no clear goals. Many are just moving without right systems, without right structures. They don't even know what they need to do for the year to yield the needed result. One of the major weaknesses many have is inconsistency and quick decision to give up. Is that what you are also going to be behaving, how you are going to be behaving in the year 2026? That your actions will be inconsistent? You're going to be operating in an inconsistent manner? Is that how you're going to be working for the year 2026? For in terms of your goals, in terms of your ambition, so that you can stay true to it. Vision, again, is the ability to see the invisible and to make it visible. So if you want to achieve the year 2026 and to achieve the best and the success for the year, you need to know that vision is the ability to see the invisible and to make it visible. Vision provides direction, and without it, energy is scattered. You want to have a clear vision for the year 2026, then you need the right direction. You need to build the right energy. You need to build the right momentum. If you want to achieve the best of the year 2026, then please know that your vision must have clarity. Your vision must have a compelling purpose. And your vision must have consistency to follow through till the end. And this is what we call the 3C vision model. The 3C vision model will help you, which is a compelling clarity. Then 2, compelling purpose. And the number C is consistency. Now, let's look at the number 1. For you to have a successful vision for the year 2026, number 1 is clarity. The question is, what do I want to achieve for the year 2026? What do you want to achieve? What do I want to achieve for the year 2026? Please, you must have clarity. You must be able to write down clearly with no ambiguity what you want to achieve. Also, don't forget that no matter what you want to achieve, it must align with the principle of the SMART goals, which is it must be specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, and time-bound. You need to focus on that. And I'm encouraging you that for your 2026 plan, please make sure that you have a clear goal and vision. A clear vision defines your directions and boundaries. Without clarity, leaders and people drift. Teams waste energy and priorities conflict. That's the challenge. If you lack clarity, leaders and people, you drift. Over time, you just find that you are not aligned. Many times, many teams, their energy is wasted and priorities conflict. And that is why you need to build the right clarity. So again, I have an action for you. And my action for you is I want you to write, assuming you have not done that, and this is an encouragement again, I want you to write your vision and goals for the year 2026. And in this time, I don't just want you to write 5, 6, 7, 10 things. If possible, can you consolidate it into one actionable, precise sentence with clear timelines? Just 1 or 2 things, that you want to achieve for the year 2026. Because one of the mistakes, again, we do is that we write 10, we write 15, and we do not have the ability to pursue them through. So why don't you just tailor it down to either 1 or 2, or you give a timeline to it. After accomplishing that, then you go for the next one. And I'm going to encourage that maybe you should also print that vision out and have that place somewhere in your wall, in your room, so that as you begin the year, you are looking at it and it's reminding you. And for those in organizations, it's important that you have your vision and strategy for the year 2026, and that should be visible to your team. It is wrong that only your senior managers, your executive, your leaders are the ones that have the vision for the year. But nobody, your security man should be able, the security guard should be able to know the vision of your company. If your security guard cannot speak and cannot state the goal, where the organization is going, then something is wrong with your business. So communication is going to be very effective, and clear communication with clarity of purpose and vision. And that is what I'm going to encourage that you do. The number 2C in terms of the vision model, the number 2 vision is, the number 2C is what we call compelling purpose. Compelling purpose. The question is, why does it matter? Why does your vision matter? As much as you need to have it clear, as much as you want to pursue through it, the question I have for you is that, why does it matter? So there must be a compelling purpose. If your why is weak, I'm sorry, you cannot achieve the vision. If your why is weak, you can't achieve the vision. Your vision and purpose must be compelling and convincing. A vision and a goal without emotional fuel, it will die in execution. I take that again. A vision or a goal without an emotional fuel will die in the course of execution. What fuel are you ready to put through towards accomplishing your vision for the year 2026? The compelling purpose connects your goals to meaning. It connects your service and contributions because it answers the question, Why does the vision matter deeply to me? Why does it matter to others and even to your God? Why does it matter? If you cannot define why your vision matters, if you cannot define why the goal for 2026 matters, please, let me be honest, it will be difficult to execute it. Whatever that cannot be defined, whatever that cannot be clearly articulated will be difficult to pursue because you will not have the energy. It might be so interesting, we hearing it, but your ability and the tenacity that would be required to run through it might be challenging. According to late Dr. Miles Moreau, it says, if your vision doesn't move you, it will never move others. Are you ready for your vision to move you so that you can move, so that it can move others? The vision has to move you. Your goals has to move you. So what are you ready to do in the year 2026 so that your vision, your goals can become a reality? Simon Sinek also said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. People will not buy what you do. It is why do you do it? Do you understand the why behind your activities? Do you understand the why behind your business? Do you understand the why? Why should James Oloye Leadership scale? The James Oloye Leadership is growing and wanting to scale so that we can continue to change the narrative in times of leadership. We want to begin to cause an effective leadership change in the lives of emerging leaders, either in their careers, in their business. We want people to continue to lead with integrity, with character, with great virtues, with transparency, with excellence. This is why it matters. This is why you can see the passion on us. This is why we are focused in doing this. What is your why? Your ability to accomplish your 2026 goal has to be based on your why. If your why is weak, I'm sorry, it might be a challenge. So I have this action again for you. And please, I'm going to encourage you that you take this very serious. Again, for those that will be part of the Elevation Growth Masterclass, please note that this is going to be an action that we will be engaging ourselves on. Write 3 reasons why your 2026 goals must be achieved. Why? I want you to write 3 reasons why you think that goal must be achieved. 3 reasons. Number 2, identify who would the goal benefit. If you achieve the goal, is it you is going to benefit? Is it your family? Is it your community? Because your ability to know who that goal will benefit would further create the energy for you to want to achieve it. So you need to also write, who would that goal benefit? Then number 3, how will you feel if you achieve the goal in 2026? I want you to write that down. How would you feel? Because you see, when you write this down, I can tell you with every assurance that these are going to be the fuel, the energy that you're going to need, I'm going to need for us to pursue through it. If you don't write it and you feel everything is in your head, forget it. When pressures and a lot of engagement come, you will forget it. This will give you the energy, as I said, and endurance to pursue those goals to the end. Number 3, in terms of how to pursue your 2026 vision and goals, is that you have to stay consistent. Consistency is the game. What habit will make it possible? What are you going to be doing to make those goals becomes reality? Consistency converts intention into impact. That's what consistency does. It converts intentions into impact. Many people and leaders, they have clear visions and strong purpose, but they fail to act on a daily basis. Why? Because consistency is weak. With consistency, one is able to answer the question, what discipline and system will keep me faithful to my vision and to my goals every day? That's what consistency does. With consistency, you have clarity in terms of what discipline would you need to put in yourself. What discipline will you need to put in that your organization? What discipline will you need to put in your ministry? What discipline are you going to put? You say, oh, you want to achieve a revenue of, let's say, 1 million, either in Metcash, in dollars, or in Ghana cedis, or 10 million in naira, depending. I'm just giving an example. What discipline are you going to walk through to see that come to reality? What are you going to do? According to James Clear, he says you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system. Your system determines your accomplishment of your goals. And for that system to work, it needs consistency and discipline. That's what it needs. Jim Rohn also, my revered mentor, he says that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. You need discipline. So for you to stay consistent, discipline is also key. So again, I have another action for you. In terms of your consistency, in building consistency for the year 2026. And the action I have for you is that I would like you to please choose 2 daily or weekly habits that sustain your 2026 vision. What are the habits that you are going to decide to choose that will help you to sustain your goals for 2026? Number 2, can you create a simple tracking system? For instance, how do you plan it? What are you going to do in doing it? And what are the review systems you're going to put in place? It's important that you create that. And I encourage you to please do that. And as we continue in this teaching, now you've been able to have a clear understanding of your vision for 2026 using the 3 vision C, which is clarity, a compelling purpose, and consistency. And I said consistency comes with discipline. Now, I would like us to move ahead again by now looking at building discipline for execution of your 2026 goals, because we want to move from plan to productive action. How do you build discipline? How do I build discipline? This is very important. And I need you to know that dreams inspire, but discipline delivers. Dreams may inspire you, but it takes discipline to deliver it. According to late Jim Rohn again, my revered mentor, he also said that discipline bridges the gap between intention and impact, between your goals and reality, and between your ambition and your results. That's what discipline does. It bridges the gap between your intentions and your impact. That's what discipline does. It bridges the gap between your goals and your reality. It bridges the gap between your ambition and your results. Discipline is the backbone of progress. Discipline is the foundation of character. The tools that transform vision into something tangible. That's what discipline is. Discipline is the backbone of progress. It is the foundation of character, and it is the tools that transform your vision into something tangible and achievable. What discipline are you building on yourself for your year 2026, friend? What discipline are you putting around you? What relationship are you intentional to build that will help you to check your discipline level? What community are you willing to join or to be part of that will help you to sustain discipline? Now you can understand why we are starting the Elevation Growth Masterclass. Because we want to have a community of disciplined people with a focus towards accomplishing our different goals and working together as a team. You can have the clearest goals in the world, But if you fail to master discipline, those goals become nothing more than distant ideas. That's the truth. You may have the clearest goals. You may have the brightest goal. The dream might be big. But if you fail to master discipline, I can tell you with every certainty that those goals become nothing than a distant ideas. Do you know how many ideas you've created that you've not implemented? Can you remember? Your ideas the last 10 years. Your ideas the last 5 years. Your ideas the last 3 months. Your ideas the last 1 month. How many have you implemented? How many have I implemented? The challenge is the discipline. You will start strong, but you may not sustain it. Why? Because there is no discipline. You will plan with intensity, but your follow through may fall apart because there is no discipline. This affects your momentum. It affects your growth, and your forward motion is affected. Can you see why discipline is important? Now, you would notice that my teachings and my masterclass now is based on principles. I have seen it. That you cannot, you see, these are not emotions. I am not here to pamper you. I'm here to help you to build what you need for yourself to achieve your success. I am so passionate because your success will help you. It's going to help your family. If you look at the records in Africa, it's getting worse. Economic records in terms of poverty rate, in terms of challenges, in terms of the failure in government, different and across Africa. There are challenges on daily basis, and this is why your ability to increase and achieve your own goal will help to reduce the burden that others you may be placing on others, and will help you also to take responsibility in addressing the needs of others, because your success must begin to transcend from you to others, and that is the level down that you live a life of significance. And that is where every one of us want to get to. Many people have brilliant ideas, powerful goals, strong desires, but execution is where greatness is separated from mediocrity. At the state of execution, that is when the boys are separated from the men. That is where the girls are separated from the women. Why? It takes discipline. It's not age. It's not by experience. It's not by location. Do you have discipline? I have seen people at 50 years messing up their lives. I have seen people at 20 years lacking focus. So it's not about age. And we have seen people at 50 years, 60 years, 80 years still making great impact because they build discipline. And I've seen people at 20, 13, 14 years that have clarity of vision and where they are going. So age is not the basis. Your location is not the basis. It's all about you. What are you doing to build discipline on yourself? Discipline is the ability to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The ability to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's what discipline is. The difference between those who dream and those who achieved is not intelligence. The difference is discipline. Discipline turns your intentions into consistent actions and your actions into measurable results. Now you begin to see why discipline is important towards execution of your 2026 goals. And the question now is, why discipline matters for your execution of your 2026 goals. Why does discipline matter? Why is James talking about discipline? Number one, discipline turns your goals into routines. A goal without discipline becomes a wish list. You have a goal, you don't have a discipline, it becomes a wish list. It turns your goals into daily routines, daily actions, daily steps, daily implementation. Number 2, discipline protects your focus. It helps you to stay focused. No distraction. It keeps you committed even when distractions increases. Discipline builds reliability. People trust you. They trust leaders for what they say and for what they do. That's what discipline does. People can trust you. People can rely on you because you're a person of discipline. Number 4, discipline compounds results. Little daily habit, it creates big long-term wins. It compounds your results. It might look as if nothing is happening, but you are building it. It's a momentum. It's building over time. It's building over time. And number 5, discipline builds character and confidence. You believe in yourself more when you keep your own commitments. You believe in yourself more. And again, the late Jim Rohn, one of the mentors I love and I'm following very keenly, he says that success is nothing more than few simple discipline practice every day. Success is nothing more than a few discipline actions that you practice every day. Now, for you to now implement or execute that discipline, there's what we call the 4D execution cycle. And please, with all due respect, all of these are models that are there for that you can read about. There's a 4D execution cycle. This framework will help you to move from clarity to consistent action. This framework is going to help you to build the right momentum. It's going to help you to move from clarity to consistent action. Now, let me even pause and say this, that we are going to have the part 2 of this teaching. Now, the part 2 of this teaching is only going to be done for those that have signed up at the Elevation Masterclass. Because in that teaching, I'm going to be sharing with you the 10 breakers and makers of momentum. What breaks momentum and what makes momentum. 10, I will be sharing that with you. In that teaching, I would also be sharing other actionable items and steps in building discipline towards accomplishment of your 2026 goals. This is going to be exclusive for only those that have signed up for the Elevation Masterclass. Thank you. Now, let's move on. The 4D execution cycle. This framework will help you move from clarity to consistent action. It gives structure to your goals and turn visions into movement. The 4Ds are: 1, define. The number 1D towards your execution, which is part of building discipline and executing your 2026 goals, is you have to define it. Decide what matters most. This is similar to like clarity, but it goes more deeper. Execution begins with clarity, and you must be able to ask yourself, what is the most important thing I must achieve now? Your ability to answer this will make you do things that will not align to your goal, that will not only align to your goals, but it will aid you to execute it. Without a clear definition, you will get busy into activity. So can you define it? Define what is most that you want to achieve. Define it. Engage with the team. And your definition as an individual or as a business owner could be: 1, prioritizing one thing that will drive the greatest impact in the year 2026. Can you prioritize one thing that you think will drive the greatest impact for the year 2026? Can you set specific target for the year? Can you identify key result areas and understand why they matters? And it is important that you do that. Now, in my earlier action to you, I did say that you should put down 2-3 goals, or one, or even making it even one that you may want to accomplish for the year. Now, if you have more than one, can you also break them into quarters if possible, So what one goals matters most to you in the next 3 months of the year 2026? In the first quarter of 2026? What is one most thing that is important? And I'm going to encourage you. Start with a goal that is important and that is simple to achieve, or that is achievable. Because your ability to achieve it within the first quarter will build the right momentum for you to accomplish your remaining goals. You see, don't start, you have to be very strategic. You should not put in things that you know you are not going to be able to achieve it. No, you have to ask yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. And this is why I shared that I will be having free one-to-one coaching section for people, and I'm grateful that we've had close to the 10 people number, so I don't think we need any more people. But this is the reason, so that I can guide you, I can walk you through, so to having a clearer goal and plan for your 2026. What result do you want to see? That would help. The number 2D is what we call design. And in design, what we're talking here is to create a system that supports your growth. What system are you going to be creating? So it's not just about the definition, which is a clarity, but you have to put the system. So now I'm tailoring this down. So you need to know what matters most, and you need to design a structure that supports it. Systems remove guesswork. That's what a system does. And a system does not mean that you need to go and buy gadgets. A system has to start with you. What system are you going to put in yourself that will help you to navigate and to walk towards your goal? For instance, would the system be that you reduce the number of hours that you have for leisure time? Would the system be that you focus more in building clarity in other areas that you need to? You just need to understand what system based on the goals that you have outlined. Again, systems create a rhythm. They make the desired behavior to become automatic. And in terms of the design and the system, you need to think about is what workflows and schedules do you want to create for yourself and for your life for the year 2026. Even as a student, you can create a schedule. Even as a retiree, you can create a schedule. It's not even the fact that you are now retired, and I'm speaking to our parents here, our mommies and daddies that have been part of this platform, that we should not allow people who just come and take our time. We should be able to have a schedule that within this time, this is what I want to do. Within this time, this is what I want to do. And you will see that on daily basis, you are building a productive life. You wake up with a clarity of focus. You know what you are supposed to do. You walk around it, so there is nobody coming in. If people are coming in and their agenda is not within your agenda for the day, you see them as distractions and you quickly try to avoid them. Again, what will be your daily and your weekly routines? Are you willing to put some time blocks that nobody can come in? This is just you and you alone. You have to block this time. So you need to do that. Are you ready to set up an accountability partner? Who will hold you accountable? Oh, I will hold myself. That's a lie. I'm sorry. You don't have the capacity to hold yourself accountable. Many of us don't. You've not developed yourself to that level. So you need people around you to hold you accountable. In the James Oluwale Leadership Masterclass again, particularly at the elevation growth, this is one aspect that we are going to work on. We're going to put in the teams into accountability partners to hold each other accountable, and there's going to be documentations and framework to help us in achieving this, because we have to structure ourselves. We have to be willing to put ourselves under this. It might be uncomfortable. Can I be honest with you? I had some great accountability partners this year, 2025, and man, everything or majority of the things we have said we are going to accomplish, we did it. One of my accountability partner by name Simon, he's a Swedish guy. He was planning to have his book released. He released the book. He's doing podcasts. I mean, fantastic things. One of the goals I had with my accountability partner is to move from free to fee. And that is what is baiting the Elevation Growth Masterclass, where we are moving from just free. As much as we're doing free, we want to also move to fee. And the intention of moving to fee is to have the right and people that are ready to scale and to move. Because let me be honest, whatever that is worthwhile is not cheap. It cannot always be free. There has to be a price to it, and you must be willing to. If you think everything will be free, then you are not ready to grow and scale. Now, part of the design also is that you need to create a system that supports your growth. And according to James Clear in his book, Atomic Habits, he said, you do not rise to the level of your goals. I think I said this earlier. You fall in the level of your system. Your good design ensures that you don't depend on motivation, but rather you depend on structure. Not having a structure for your life and business this year means that your 2026 may not yield much benefit and accomplishment. What structure do you have? What daily routines are you ready to set for yourself? Number 3, as we are wrapping up, is that you need to have what we call do it by acting daily, consistently and intentionally. This is where execution truly lives, your doing. As much as you might define the goals, as much as you might design it with the right system, if you don't do it, you might remain stuck. The doing is the critical part. Doing is the difference from productive action to procrastination. That's the difference. It's the difference between being productive and being a procrastinator. Doing includes taking actions when you are uninspired. Doing means following the systems that you have created. Doing means choosing progress over perfection. Doing means removing distractions quickly. Doing means keeping one thing in front of you on a daily basis. Doing is where discipline grows. Discipline is not something you pray for. It is something you practice. You don't pray for discipline. You don't wish for discipline. You don't desire discipline. You practice it in doing. Action cures fears. Action builds momentum. What action are you ready to take in that goals that you have set? What are the tasks to help you in doing? Then put in a daily task. One thing at a time. Remove distractions every day. Keep asking yourself, what distractions do I need to remove? Who can I engage to support me where I needed a task to be accomplishment? These are very important. The number 4 is now discipline. That's the 4D. So the 4D execution cycle. The number 4D is discipline, which is sustained execution until result comes. So after you've defined it, after you design it through systems, after you now start doing it, you still need discipline to sustain it to execution. Many people start well, but people finish well is few. Discipline is the force that keeps you on track when emotion fades. It is the force that keeps you on track when emotion fades. And discipline includes reviewing your progress regularly. So when you're a disciplined person, you are reviewing your progress regularly. Discipline is tracking your habits and your results. Celebrating your wins, even if they are small. Correcting mistakes without guilt. Staying accountable. And mastering consistency. It is being said that if discipline or if define is the head, design is the hand, doing is the body, discipline is the heart that keeps everything alive. If that is you. Now I'm now giving the analysis of the 4D execution cycle. If your definition is the head, because you need a clarity, your systems and your structures are the hands that you need to put into. The do is the body itself taking action, but discipline is the heart that keeps everything alive. Without discipline, your definition, your design, your do might be a challenge. Without a commitment, you will never start. Without consistency, you may never finish. This is a statement by Denzel Washington. Without commitment, you will never start. Without consistency, you will never finish. So the question is, what action are you going to take to accomplishing the best of 2026? To enjoy the part 2 of this, I encourage you to join the Elevation Masterclass. Thank you. This is going to be our last presentation for the year, and we are going to take the following announcement. Thank you. So in terms of our announcement, as I said again, we are starting the Elevation Masterclass, which is an elevation growth cycle. That is and many are already signing off. Many are already from different countries. They are signing up. It's going to be a weekly meeting, averagely 2 hours per week. We are going to be dedicating at least 2 hours per week for the next 6 months, starting January. I'm telling you, it's going to be transformational. It's going to be transformational. We are covering 4 modules. We are covering 5 modules, if I'm not mistaken. We are covering modules on effective leadership. Now, let me tell you something, please. When we talk about leadership, many people assume that leadership is for career people. It's a mistake you're making. I'm sorry. Leadership is everything. Even in your family, over your life, you need leadership. Effective leadership is the way to go in everything. You can't run an effective business without leading yourself right, without leading the business right. So effective leadership is one module we'll be covering. And we are going to be spending more time with the Maxwell leadership tools and resources. And I can tell you that they are going to be very, very deep. I can assure you of that. We're going to be covering on consolidating on wealth, I am a wealth person. I want to become rich, and I am growing myself. And I'm under the mentorship of Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. And I can assure you that we are going to be increasing our investment and wealth strategies for 2026. And there is so much to talk about in that model. There's going to be on putting your dreams to test. It's not a platform you want to miss. How you can run with your dreams, how you can run with your goal, tailored design and tailored plan with accountability partners and all others. There are going to be at least 2 coaching sections that you're going to be, each of the participants are going to be having with me. Now, this is for a small number of people. It's not for everybody. We are working within a very small number, and the deadline is ending for the early bird discount. We're giving 50% discount. It ends on 20th of December. The standard fee is $500 for the 6-month period. There's going to be certification. But for the 50% discount we're offering from now to December is at $250. And you can pay, from any country through our seller account. Now, we also consider that we have couples around us. So if the husband and wife want to be part, they will pay, rather than paying $500, they will pay $400 as couples within the discount period ending in December 20th. After December 20th, the price may go back to the standard price. Now, I encourage you to sign off quickly. Don't wait, because we are not even going to wait till 20. Once we get the desired number, we lock it up. And it's going to be worrying for me that you miss out of this. The number 2 announcement is I'm excited to inform you that the James Olole Leadership website has been officially launched, and you need to see it. Thanks to the team, thanks to everyone that has supported this work. It has been a great achievement for the year. And I just want to thank everyone for this. So you can check on our different platforms to access the link. There is so much that you can benefit from. The testimonial section is amazing. You need to just listen to, read through, and you see the impact that this masterclass and this leadership program is providing to people. I need to also give the number 3 announcement, which is very important, is that because of the level of commitment and intentionality we are building in terms of the overhauling of our system towards impact for 2026, I want to appeal to our general viewers and to our bigger platforms and to our communities that the James Oroy Leadership Masterclass may not be holding bi-weekly in 2026. This is because more focus will be given to the Elevation Growth Master cycle, which is a weekly program, and we're doing it for 6 months. So the James Oroy Leadership Masterclass, which is a free leadership program that I provide, a masterclass sections on different topics, we are going to be doing it once a month. So once a month, this platform will continue to be here to offer you the best of service, the best of topics that would continue to grow you. But I encourage you that you need to invest to being part of the Elevation Masterclass, because that will be more help you. But I know that it's not everybody that has a capacity. So we are still here to keep serving you, and we have other platforms. Particularly if you are on the WhatsApp group, we are going to be seeing almost weekly updates as usual. Then I also want to thank everyone for being part of us all through the year. It's been an amazing year. It's been a very impactful year. Let's stay strong. I wish everyone the best of the holidays, the best of vacation. Please have great time with family, and let's continue to connect and see you 2026. I trust God that has helped us to see the year 2025, the same God will help us to see the year 2026. Thank you again for being part of the James Oroy Leadership. We can appreciate you. We appreciate our viewers on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Thank you for every of our mentors, for every of our supporters, for every of our collaborators, for every partner, for my team. I mean, you guys are amazing. For the community of the James Oroy Leadership, I say thank you to everyone. To my family, I say thank you. To my adorable wife, my Olori, thank you also for always being there. And to my lovely kids, thank you all for being there. Let's stay tuned. Let's stay connecting. Let's keep adding value. And I encourage you to watch and these sections again on YouTube, and you can enjoy the best of it. Thank you, and bye for now.